All right, welcome to the Mount Pleasant Yacht Club results processing video. I'm going to step you through how to process a set of results, which are shown up on the right of the screen at the moment here. So first off, we're assuming you've got set up or ready to go. So that should mean you've followed the steps through successfully from the previous video. If you haven't, go back and do all that because you can't do any of this until you've got properly set up. So the way that we start by processing results is we open up an old set of results. Generally, it's the most recent day's sailing. So I'm going to click on the results from the 10th. I'm going to open them up by double clicking and just wait for Sailwave to fire up. All right, so Sailwave's opened up and we can see the results from last time on the 10th of September. So the first thing we want to do is immediately save this as a new file. So I'm going to go File, Save Series As. And I'm just going to save it in that same folder with the date of the results. In this case, it'll be the results from yesterday, so it'll be the 23rd of September. Save that, save. Okay, you can see it's renamed it, and then we want to make sure that we also update the properties of the series. So we'll go into Series Properties under Event Name, and again, Club Racing. You may like to change this name to something else if it was a particular event, but if it's just normal Club Racing, just leave it as Club Racing. And then we also like to have the date in front of it, so I will, using the year, month, day format, so 2309 23 for the date. Nice palindrome there with the date, and just go Club Racing. And then what I'm going to do as well on the admin, just to make sure this file doesn't clash with any other file, is just append, see how it's got 230910 at the end there? I'm just going to make sure it says 230923, so the last 6 digits should be the date in that year, month, day format. Alright, so we'll just click OK. And we obviously don't want to use any of the results we had from last time, so the first thing we're going to do is to delete those races from last time. And we'll just click and select all of the old results and just go OK. It'll pop up a prompt and say yes, so we'll do that. And it says it's deleted all race files. It's normal, it has to have one, so it'll leave one there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to edit the first race. I'm going to click Edit Race. And what we need to do is add a new start in here. So I'm going to add a new start. Okay, so the important thing now, once we've added that new start, we're going to click Edit to edit that start. And as we can see in the results that are showing in the top right-hand corner of the video, the results are recorded in what we call elapsed time. So all we need to do then is just change the finishes to be elapsed time. The other common way that results get recorded at Mount Pleasant is with finish time. If you do finished, if they're recorded in terms of finish time, that's the time of day that the sailor finished, then it's a little bit of a different process because you click finish time, and then it's very important that you enter the start time of the race in there. Otherwise, so that it can calculate the actual sailing time for the competitor. But in this case, we're just using elapsed, so that's all we need to do at this stage. We don't need to worry about the start time. So we can click OK, and then we can click OK again. And actually now we can start processing our results. So the best way to do this is to use the sail number wizard. We'll just click that and it pops up. And what I always do to start with is to click this little one option here called Include Excluded Competitors, and make sure we're entering on race number 1. And generally we want to have this field filtering on sail number here because that's the easiest way to find our sailors. So we click then Next, and we can see that the first sailor in race number 1 was 136 656. And we see it's Ilka 6, Andrew Robinson. We just click that to confirm. We go next, and then we enter his time, 1858. You don't need to worry about semicolons. Sailwave will automatically figure that out. Okay, we're going to go finish. Okay, and then it immediately takes us back to the box to find the next sailor. Number 162134. You can see it's John Robinson. So you can see this is a previous set of results. So there's actually, you can see John here has previously also sailed using an Ilka 4 and an Ilka 6. So it's important you check the entry form to make sure that the right sail is selected. So we'll just select the Ilka 6 for John, go next, and then enter his time, which is 1916. Click finish. And then the next sailor had a number called E. It's Dave Stockton, I believe. And I don't know how we can find the number E. It doesn't look like it's there. So what we can actually do is go back and select helm name as a filter. And then we can search for Dave that way. Dave Stockman, who's also using a radial. Ilka 6, I should say. So they're number 3 there. So we're going to just select that one. And his elapsed time was 21:36. Okay, and then the final sailor was Mac Matthews. Final sailor was Mac Matthews, who was using a 4.7, or Ilka 4. So we'll just see if we can find him. Again, we'll go back to sail number, and it was 84. Doesn't look like he's there. So what we'll do is we'll just make a new sail, and we'll go next. And it doesn't actually let us put the number in now. So what we're going to do is just close out of this. Sorry, put his time in first. So 24:50. Click finish. Okay, you can see now, I'll just close this, that we've got a set of results in race 1. And what we generally do at this point is we go edit, mark all unsailed competitors excluded, and that'll just get rid of those extra ones. And you can see Mac Matthews needs to have his details updated because they haven't been entered before. So we just double click the helm name field, and then we'll enter those details. So we've got to fill in the boat class, we'll select Ilka 4. See, the handicap should automatically fill in. Just double check that. If it doesn't, then we make sure you put that in. The helm name, Mac Matthews. Club, we're going to make sure that's Mount Pleasant Yacht Club. And the other one is, we want the division to be senior. That's all the data we need to put in there. Just click OK, and then that's all populated. So now that we've done race 1, we can do the next race. So I'm going to follow the same process. And in this place, just to make our life a little bit easier, now we can untick the include excluded competitors. That means that when we do the search now, it will only search for those through those sailors that we've already entered in, already have results processed. So I'll just show you what happens in this case. So in the next race, we had Dave. Oh, I just realized that there's been a error because it looks like what's happened is the Dave and Mac actually started with a 1 minute head start. So what we'll do is we'll go back and first fix those results. So we can do that pretty easily. We can edit. We'll just close that. So we'll just go Dave. We just need to add 1 minute to his time. So double click the elapsed field. Can add, make that 22:36. And same with Mac. You can double click and make that 25:50. All right. So back to where I was. Cell number. Untick the include excluded competitors. And now we search for the name, which is 3. It's Dave, and this time I'm aware that he's had a 2 minute early start, so it's actually instead of 15:39, it'll be 17:39. And we'll enter that time. And then we'll find the next sailor, which is 136 is Andrew, and his time was 16:34. The next sailor was 162, it's John. You see it's a bit faster this time around. 16:44. And finally, Mac Matthews, 84. And his time was 18:18 plus 2 minutes, which is 20:18. Alright, so we've now... Oh... I can see that I've made a big mistake here. I've just actually gone over and race results for race 1. This is a common thing that happens, so I'm just going to close this and actually insert a race to the left of race 1. So let's just do that, edit, and add a race. So file, tools, let's just figure out how to... So I'm just going to click the new race button and I'll add one race to the series. And you can see it's actually put it as race 2, but it is race 2. But what I want to do is move that race so that it's race 1. So you can select the current race and go edit, and I'm going to go move race right, and I've done that, so that's race 2. Now I have to re-enter the results from race 1. I'll spare you the details of that while I do that. Alright, so I'll talk you through the process now of adding a new race directly from this screen. So when I'm going to add in race 3, I'm going to go race number 3, and you can see this disappears down here, and you can see the option button for creating race 3 appears, so do that. And we don't actually need to do anything else at this point because it's a elapsed time race. If it was a finished time race, we'd have to edit that race and just adjust that race start time. But because we are in the elapsed time mode, we don't need to worry about that. So let's just go next and add in those results again. So we've got 136656, Andrew Robinson, 16:43, and then 16162, John 17:01, and then 3 Dave Stockman 17:39 plus 2 minutes is 19:39, and 84 is Mac Matthews plus 2 minutes is 21. Okay, and then I'm going to stop recording and just pause recording and just into the other races and come back. Alright, so we've got all our results input now. So what we want to do immediately is to score the series, and that'll calculate the points. First off, I just want to make sure the scoring system's on the right thing. So when it's not we're not doing an event, we want to make sure we're using high point scoring, which is Rindle B. So we'll just select that, and the scoring codes, we'll just make sure that we use a typical high point system, okay, for the scoring. So we'll click score series, and this dialog pops up. We'll say score series, and we can see then it allocates points by race, and it's done a nice job there. So it looks pretty good. So what we're going to do now is just save the series results, and we're just going to do a test publish to our local machine just to see what it looks like. So we can go results version 2 and just click the senior one. It's going to publish individual race tables next, and we're just going to select my default internet browser and click publish, and that should pop up in the edge, and we should be able to look at those results and just have a quick check. This is what we just want to do before we publish them online, just to make sure that everything looks good and it all looks as we expect. You can see that now we've got the elapsed and the corrected times, handicap corrected times as well. Everything looks fine. So we're happy with those. We can now upload those to the club website. That's a pretty simple procedure. We go publish results version 2, and then we just want to go next. and we want to go our website using FTP. And this is the important part. We want to make sure that we put the right date for this file so that otherwise it will overwrite one of the other files, which is what we don't want. So we just click that, and we'll go publish, and OK, and it says page uploaded. Happy days. And that is processing of results. All right, so I'm going to talk you through the process for creating a set or updating the league tables on the website. So the first step is to merge in this latest set of results that I've got here with the master. So first off, we'll open the series, which is the master set of results. You can see master template 2324. We'll open that, and then what we want to do once we've got that open is we just want to click File, Merge in another Sailwave series, and then we want to make sure we click the option Merge, Match, and Append Races Results, and then we want to make sure Class, Sail Number, and Helm are ticked. So there we go. I'm going to click that, and we're just going to select the correct file. So it's the 23rd of September, and then we're going to click Merge. And we should see then, if that's been done correctly, we should see a set of 5 new races, which we've got, but we can see that we're missing some results. So sometimes we just have to go edit, mark all sailed and concluded. You can see that's actually created a couple of new sailors who haven't sailed before with us. John Robinson using a radial. Previously he'd sailed using a 4.7. And Dave Stockman using a radial. Previously he'd used a 4.7 as well, although I can see there's an issue there with sail numbers. So actually what the problem is, we've got Dave with a different sail number. So what we might just do in order to avoid that problem is we're going to delete those latest set of results and then just update Dave's sail number so that he comes in properly and doesn't create a new competitor. So we'll just delete that competitor of Dave's, new one, and we're just going to update his sail number to 39623 in the other file. 39623. Right, I'll just save that. Go back to my master template, and I'm just going to delete those last 5 races. Delete the races. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click yes. Okay, and now we're going to try that merge again. Merge in another Sailwave series file. It's already got the same one we had from before. Click merge. Great, now you can see it hasn't actually. Okay, let's try that again. Merge in another Sailwave series. Merge. Oh, it's still not doing it. Okay, stop recording. Alright, third time lucky. I think I was using the wrong file, so I'll merge in another Sailwave series. Just find that file located in MPYC results. 2324 and file there. Merge that in. Okay, and we'll just mark all cells. So you can see Dave's result hasn't come in again. So I'm just going to have to check that, why that's happening. Alright, so sometimes it's got duplicate sales or duplicate results, so I'm going to fix the problem now. We'll just try again, see how we go. Okay, you can see Dave has now got his times in there, which is good for those 4 races. And now we just want to make sure we score the series. Okay, that's been scored. Those results, those scores should incidentally be the same as in the individual file. Let's click save. Okay, and now we're going to open our... Okay, in order to generate the league tables, we want to now run the Python script that does it. So we're going to go into the directory where the results are saved. This is the higher level directory, MPYC results, and we're going to go command. And now we're going to go and just see what the name of the file is. We're going to use the update tables.bat file. Update. Just going to type that in the command and just make sure that runs. And you can see that runs. It's updated. You can tell it's been successful because it's gone processing matchups for 13 races, which is the number we have. Total person races, average table per race, junior league table, junior point table. So what that's done is created a new table in HTML output. It's updated and it's called league table 23-24 and points table 23-24. Now you just have to upload those to the website.